It's such an honest show, and it gets to you when you least expect it.
We're in the Star dressing room at the Zeiterion Theater, and Bobby Sylvia, the leading man in The Sound of Music, is getting ready to do his dress rehearsal for The Sound of Music. And tomorrow night we open The Sound of Music, and it's Friday, July 25th for 7 performances through August 3rd. So right now we're going to ask Bobby a few questions. Bobby, what has this particular role meant to you at this stage of your life?
Well, at this stage, I think it's important that I'm more age appropriate than I was when I played it in the past. I played the role 12 years ago, and I was 30 at the time. I'm 42 now, so I match more accurately Captain Von Trapp's age. And also,
right.
And also, now I'm actually a father myself, which I wasn't before when I played the role.
Well, that's wonderful. So you're feeling like you're more appropriate also in life situation.
Yeah, definitely, and I can bring all of that sort of thing. Sorry, I'm in a rush. You know.
I know. We keep putting on the makeup.
Yeah. I mean, I can tap into I can tap into a lot of sentiments that you would only understand maybe if you were a parent, you know, how you feel about your kids, even when you're scolding them, even when you're being stern with them, that there is a backbone of love there, and that's a very important part of this character because we see that very strongly at the end. So it couldn't be completely absent in the beginning.
Right.
So you have to have that complete character from beginning to end.
Question was like the way you do all of them. I'm not finished yet. Louisa just wants to have a good time. You just got to let her have a good time. And Marta, I don't know about yet, but somebody's got to find out about her. And little Gretel just wants to be loved. Oh, Captain, love Gretel. Love all of them. They need you.
Stop it! You will pack your things and return to the Abbey as soon as you can.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said those things. Not in the way that I said them.
After you've gone, then we... What's that?
Singing.
Who's singing?
Your children.
Our children singing?
I wanted them to sing for Frau Schrader when they met her.
children are.
Children, I'd like to have you show Frau Schrader the gardeners, please.
Yes, show me the gardens. I want to see everything, and with you, too. Now, I don't know all of your names, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure I'm not going to get them straight for a very long time.
My name's Marta. She's not. My name's Lisa.
You were right. I don't know all my own children.
They're waiting to know you. They want so much to. After I'm gone,
I want you to stay.
I can be of any help.
You've helped already. You brought music back into my home. I'd forgotten to laugh like a brook when it trips and falls over stones in its way. To sing through the night like a heart who is learning to pray. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more.
Well, here we are. It's been a wonderful dress rehearsal, and I'm telling all of you folks out there that we have the two leading ladies of the show, and I couldn't be more pleased. This is Armin Marchand speaking, the producer, and I'll be asking the questions, and we're not going to make it very long because it's been a long evening in a dress rehearsal. But how did you feel tonight in the dress rehearsal? I'm going to start, of course, with the Mother Abbess. Patrice Tiedemann is our Mother Abbess.
Well, I mean, you know, dress rehearsals are always difficult. There's always things that go wrong, and magically things always work out on opening night. And it's been a long week, but luckily we're all such good friends that it's fun to do it together. So.
Well, that's interesting, and it's good. And how did you feel when you went through this entire night, Melissa?
It was exciting. It was the first time we put all the pieces together. We had the orchestra, and the tech was on top of it, and just putting all the pieces together was exciting. I'm glad we got to do it before tomorrow.
Yeah.
My day in the hills has come to an end. I know a star has come out to tell me it's time to go. Deep in the dark green shadows are voices that urge me to stay. So I pause.
go through people's minds when they go to The Sound of Music, because it's such a classic show. They might have seen it many times, and some people, some performers, like Patrice Tiedemann, have done it more than once. So would you fill us in on how you feel about doing it this time as opposed to the last time you did it?
Well, the last time I did it was 33 performances in 4 weeks in an unair-conditioned theater down at Theater by the Sea. And it was a wonderful experience. What makes this so special is to come back to my hometown and do this role again, and to work with a different director with a different perspective and bring new insight into the Mother Appas and hopefully deepen the character and the interpretation. And I get to sing that great song, and who doesn't love to sing that song?
Maria, these walls were not made to shut out problems. You have to face them. You have to find the life that you were born to live.
How do I find it?
Look for it. Climb every mountain, search high and low, follow every byway, every path you know. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your dream, a dream that will lead all the love you can give. Every day of your life, for as long as you live, climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow,
Climb Every Mountain,
Climb
of
Every
course,
Mountain,
is the song you're referring
Yes.
to. And it is my favorite song of any song from a Rodgers and Hammerstein, at least. And it's interesting, how do you think, I think I've already asked you how you thought how has your performance changed? Do you think it's changed?
I think I'm more comfortable with the dialogue. For me, the singing, it was never the issue. I always felt like, okay, here it is on the paper, I can bring this home.
And you nail it. I'll say that.
The challenge is to get into who she is, and Michael gave a great idea. He said, don't talk like you think Mother Appas should talk. Talk like a person. And Melissa and I spent a lot of time just talking the lines to each other as if we were chatting over coffee. And I think that that really deepens that connection, and you really feel that these are two people who care about each other. And I'm trying to do the best for Maria in the show by what I say to her and encourage her to go out even when she's scared. And I think that that is a great gift that Michael gave to me in this show.
seem to me that you're doing a very good job of that. I'm going to ask you another question. You've done quite a few roles over the years. What was your favorite role in the theater, and why was it your favorite?
Oh, that's really hard to narrow it down. I think my favorite role to play was Guido Contini in 9, because it was such a it was a very cerebral part. He was definitely the main character. He never left the stage.
I saw you in that show, and you were wonderful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very, very much. It was almost a vacation for my mind to do that part, because I got to go every place I could possibly go, because that character takes you every place a person can go in their mind. You don't know what's real and what's not real in that show, and that whole exercise was really, really fun and a great exercise as an actor. I guess I would also say that Professor Harold Hill in the Music Man is also.
Hey, Jake, you like
love it.
You like parts that have like these guys that are masterminds.
Yeah, I suppose. A lot of brain activity, maybe, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's great, because I think that you look for parts that take you on a trip somehow, somewhere you haven't been.
Yes, absolutely. That's absolutely correct. Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from what you're saying to me.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I perform is what I like to do is create the character. I feel like my job as a performer is to take the script, take what was written. That's gold right there. This is gold, what's in here. And to relate that through my body and voice with the filter of the director out to the audience. And that whole practice I just find fascinating, and there's nothing else on the planet that I'd rather be doing.
Lost of snow, may you bloom and grow, forever. Edelweiss, rest my homeland forever. Edelweiss.
Taking on this, in your case, you've never done this role before. So how is it feeling now with tomorrow evening coming up, and it's a big opening night? There'll be 1,100 people in the audience. We have an organ playing the wedding processional. How are you feeling about playing Maria at this point?
I'm feeling very grateful for this opportunity. It was a little overwhelming in the beginning because it's such a big role and a big show that everyone knows, and they have their idea of how the show goes. But I'm really grateful to be able to do this.
So interestingly enough, because it's the first time you're doing it, and it is such a challenging role, this is not, you know, I don't know what other role you could compare it to, but it's such a huge role and you're on stage most of the evening. Are there certain things that you're cognizant of that you use in order to, I'm interested in this answer, that how do you conserve your energy, or do you, while you're performing?
Whenever I go off stage, I drink lots of water and try to breathe, because I don't really have time to do that on stage. But
there's an old saying, too, in the theater, that never appear on the stage with a child child actor or a dog. Well, luckily we don't have a dog in the show, but you're on stage with, in essence, I would say, in our production,
Oh, yeah.
6 children. Lisa, the eldest daughter, really doesn't count as a child, and she makes you very much aware of that. So when I'm...
They keep you young, the children's
kids
energy.
do.
Yes, yes.
And you think that's part of what might add to your
Oh,
playing the role
absolutely.
of
It's
Maria?
fun. It's just like being a kid with all of them just playing on stage. So.
It's the sound of music. And we know what all actors say in the theater, you're only as good as your material. So what would you say, as a closing comment, what would you say is the #1 reason why everybody out there should buy a ticket to see this wonderful production of The Sound of Music, for which they can buy tickets by calling 508-994-2900. That's 508-994-2900. But why would they want to buy tickets?
I'll tell you. Because The Sound of Music is woven into the fabric of our culture. Because it was broadcast every single year, most people like me sat around with their family every single year and watched this musical. It's the best known and most loved musical, I think, probably of our time because of the broadcasting.
The first rule in this house is discipline.
Yes, sir.
I think that people should come see the show because so much of what we hear in the world is so negative. And this is a show that shows you how family, love, commitment, perseverance, and belief in your inner value is so important. And I mean, who cannot be moved by the end where they're going across the mountain and we're watching them go, and it's like, dear God, please keep them safe. And how can you not feel some connection to that, whatever you believe? That's just such a strong emotion in this show.
The play version is slightly different, and in some ways better, I think.
But the play version came first.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Right. And it's interesting because you're absolutely correct. You said that is the best musical of all time. Is that what you said?
The best known, the most well known in our generation.
Right. And you know, the other people have favorites, but I think you're right. Everybody loves it for some reason. It's like loving your family at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's true. It's got a piece of everything. It's got the backstory of the politics that are going on that all the adults can relate to. It's got the kids. It's got beautiful music that everybody of all ages can relate to, and it's got the love story that's just it tugs at your heartstrings.
And we all love each other dearly in this show, and I think that comes across in our performances too. You know, that it's genuine.
Bedford Festival Theater's 25th anniversary show. It's The Sound of Music. It plays July 25th through August 3rd. You can call the box office at 508-994-2900. That's 508-994-2900 to purchase your tickets, or visit the box office any day, Tuesday through Friday, from 10 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon, Saturdays 10 until 3.